now about to witness the awesome, crushing might of the Eugene and Robinson show. I'm not gonna scream. Back to a tour schedule. Stomper! You know, sometimes it's worse to whisper than to scream. Who knows? Anyway, welcome my friends to a show that singing apparently never ends. This is version 369. You just left the show stop. I'm your host, Eugene Robinson. I'm in a hotel room, Berlin. Yeah, broke down, buddy. With the left Juan Riley sing us in, we'll get into it. Sing us in like he has every single week since 2007. The song is Intro, All of Nothing. From Calling of the Justice, name of the record, still available from Revelation Records in Huntington Beach, California, where they shoot you to death in a nightclub, they hit your car with a hammer, and they throw your mayor pro tem out of town on a rail, open for some standard restaurant that will inevitably fail, somewhere in Central Florida, where I will be in a few days. Yeah, crazy schedule. Anyway, listen well. I'm gonna plug the phone in again because it's about to die. Wait.
I'm on my way back to nowhere. I took my time but I could not see too clear.
But I'm taking a real good look at you. I'm taking a real good look at your face.
I'm on my way back to never.
So be a payback and forward. Always nothing. There you go. Yeah, you got that right. I am sitting in the cuck chair. There's the bed. There's the cuck chair. A buddy of mine came. I was supposed to the first plan was, I got a light here. The first plan was to sleep in the, look at that. It's, accent light. My first plan was to sleep in the airport, because that's budget consistent. And a buddy of mine showed up, actually the guy who I do that Mangine project with, he shows up and he says, okay, well, when we get on the train to go to my house, so I'm not getting on the fucking train. You see my leg? I'm not walking, I got bags, I'm walking. Let's take a cab. He was like, well, it's an hour and 15 minutes to my house. That cab is going to be like $100 plus. I was like, oh, fuck. Okay, I guess I'm back to sleep in the airport. He goes, why don't you just get a hotel and stay there? Which is, what the wife suggested. I'm like, yeah, you guys are fucking soft. That's where you softless baby shit. You're soft. What the fuck would I do that for? I'm about saving dollars. Until that house closes escrow, I got nothing. Seriously, I could show you the bank account. It's the incredible paucity. I haven't been this broke since in 1983. So no, I'm not. But then I go outside, start blinking in this hot Berlin sun. I got no sleep because, I can't sleep on a plane. And got no sleep and standing in the sun and feeling the heat beating down on me. Like, gotta go, oh, wow, look, there's a hotel. Let's go in and find. And honest to God, this hotel cost me $90 for tonight. A $90 hotel in New York, a $90 hotel in the States is got semen stains on the headboard and blood on the lampshades. Look at this joint. Look at it, $90. And that includes breakfast. Now, something that already Europe is treating me nice, treat me better. But you'll be glad to know, let's back up a little bit. Let's back up a little bit before we get to the news of the day. First of all, you said, Mr. Robinson, how come you're only in Berlin for like 10 hours? I said, well, moved out of California June 21st. Yeah, there you go, Mr. RP, up early. Good, I like to see it. So it's a mad scramble to get the house. I've been packing and sending shit since February. And even then, with odds and sods, I had one box left over. Had a buddy of mine from jiu-jitsu take it. He's going to mail it to me. And I forgot the kid's car seat. Yeah, did I? Whoa, what happened to it? Where did it go? Yeah, I shipped the kid's car seat. That's what I did. And another box of odds and sods. He's going to take care of it for me. And I haven't sold a Chevy, but I told him he's got the pink slip for it. I said, hey man, if I haven't sold that thing in 4 months and the guy starts bugging me about where I got it stored, you got to go get it. So he's like, yeah, I'll go get it if I can drive it. Yeah, I can drive it. So Leo's making pizzas tonight. I'm not eating anything that Sorrel is cooking. Well, hey man, you better fucking wear 4 pairs of underwear. You know, last time I was at Sorrel's house, you know what he told me? He said, a drunk man's anus belongs to the world. That's what he told me. That's why I limited my drinking to half a glass of red wine, which was even almost too much. So anyway, I've been packing since February, right? Oh, you jumping the gun. Don't you? Nah. No, not any lower. Don't, VG, don't be so quick to judge here. I'll get to Johnny, Boney, Joney thing soon. So, Mr. Robinson, why are you there only 10 hours? Well, I've been packing since February. And the wife said to me the other day, she goes, oh, if I only had another week. And I bit my lip and said nothing because I watched her and the mother-in-law watch me load boxes and pack boxes back in February like they thought I was crazy. I don't understand how this works. So there's this mad scramble to, like, you know, when you move, you got to move. You got to move it. And we sold the house as is with no contingencies. So that means the furniture, 3 dressers are left in there, a bed, kitchen table, chairs, a couch, a chair. I got to take that shit to Spain. So, but left it there, but packed everything, hauled a bunch of garbage hauls. A guy I gave the safe to said, hey, he gave it to somebody else. And the guy was, hey, where'd you get this safe? And he goes, why? He goes, well, I found needles in it. And I go, you asking me about? No, I'm not. You know, I'm not asking any questions. I go, good. No questions need to be asked here. So shit got out. And I'm saying to the people who the real estate people, so when does the house close? And they go, sometimes between June 27th and June 30th. Yeah, so, we'll be out of the country. I'm leaving the country June 21st. So you need anything, papers to sign or any way to get me the money? Oh, no, you don't have to worry about that. And I can see they're not getting where I'm going with this. It's like, this ain't about that. It's about my motherfucking money. So I finally have to, like the Spinal Tap song says, do we have to come right out and say it? I had to just come right out and say it. When do I get the fucking money? And they're like, oh, that. Well, it'll either be the 27th or maybe that's a holiday or maybe the 30th. Jesus Christ. Hey, you know what? Hey, there's no maybe. My plan B, burn it down and get insurance money. That's not a good plan B, but it's the only one I had. So here's hoping that in the next few days, 5 days specifically, between 5 and 8 days, I get some sort of infusion of cash. Be nice, but that's not the point. That's not why I'm in Berlin. I'm in Berlin because the wife said I can't get from San Francisco to Berlin by myself. I go, what do you mean? You should, with the kid and the cat, I said, I can't do it. In the suitcases, and I go, I'll take you guys there. So I take them here. Grandma shows up, put them in a car, pack the car full of stuff here in Berlin, and they drive off an hour and a half to where they're going to be for the summer in Poland. And I'm standing in the sun blinking, thinking about this hotel, and I get the hotel. And I'm hanging out with my buddy. We're hanging out in the hotel, and he hips me to the fact that two things happened, one of which he hit me to. He said, check your news. They bombed Iran. And I was like, oh, shit. They, meaning the U.S., bombed Iran. And as I go to the phone to look, U.S. bombing Iran, I see Johnny Boney Joney has retired. And I go, I'm torn, right? I'm torn. But I go for Johnny Boney Joney, of course, because I think that this is a masterful play. I sound like a MAGA guy for Johnny Boney Joney. He's a genius. You don't understand how he's working. Nah, it's pretty. Once you've got the oofsie barreled, and once you have been barreled by them, you got to, like Sorrell said, their anus belongs to the world, especially if the world in this instance is Johnny Boney Joney. He doesn't give a fuck about Aspinall. Doesn't give a fuck about the oofsie. And what better way to say that than now? Of course, as it trundles along to another vehicular issue. Now, the claim that's being made. Boeing. Boeing should spend more time on their fucking consumer planes, keeping them from flying out of the fucking sky like in India. I'm going to blame that on the Indians. I have to say, when they say Air India, I was like, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get us to blame this on the Indians. That shit sits in Seattle, as far as I'm concerned. That's Boeing's responsibility. So Johnny Boy Joney, okay. Let me tell you a little story. It's an outre sex story. If that's not your jam, leave now. Come back in 5 minutes. So I'm hanging out with this woman, and you can't Donna Shalala me on my own show, and I'm watching her knock back bourbon after bourbon. Now I don't know her that well. Haven't seen her for a while. I figured, well, maybe she's taking a drink and can comfortably handle the kind of alcohol she has in her system. Of course, I wouldn't be honest if I didn't say I had enough experience with her to know that when she got intoxicated, she also got horny. And I wasn't disappointed this night either. She got intoxicated, 4 fucking bourbons. She was about 5'6", probably about 120 pounds. But I figured she's used to drinking. She can handle it. She gets fucking drunk and she gets horny. So we're driving along. She's, we're grabbing the unit. And finally I go, fuck this. I cannot fucking pull off and, start doing the deed in the back seat, right? She's naked, but, I'm conscious of how it looks, right? She's younger than I am, she's completely naked. I just figure, I'll pull my pants down. I might have to, cops show up in strange times. So we, go do our deal, and the windows was steamed up, it was about a good 30 minutes, 25 minutes of action. The windows are steamed up. And she says, afterwards, she was like, oh, hold me. And as I'm positioning myself in this tiny car to better hold her, like my arm brushes the window, the moisture on the window. And I see that one, where I pulled up is a bus stop. And this is like at 10:30 at night. And then 2, we've drawn a crowd of men standing around the car now. And I was like, baby, I can't hug you now. We got to get out of here. And she goes, well, no, just give me a hug. And I go, yeah, okay. but here's a hug, but we got to get out of here because they're dudes. I can't fight fucking 8 dudes here. They're standing around the car watching us. So I don't let them watch. I don't give a shit. I go, I give a shit. And she goes, oh, you always do this. You start screaming. So I said, fuck it, whatever. I can deal with this. Jump out of the car. Go, what the fuck are you looking at? My pants are falling down, the unit. But yeah, it was a catastrophe, but the good kind. But anyway, I'm going to go try to gain a few pounds downstairs. And like I said, at the end of the Substack, there is not only the new video, the new Buñuel video, A Killing on the Beach, but there's a list of dates. If you live near those places, I know some of you already got your tickets. Come up, make sure you contact me. If you got the phone number, text me. Text me because I'm not coming out. I don't like to come out before the show. So text me. And then I will tell you who to talk to get backstage, but I don't come out before the show. And then sometimes now I don't come out after the show. So you got to come. I will clear you all to come backstage. You can hang out in the backstage. I don't know the backstage. Some are good or some are bad. I don't know. It's usually dirty, but it was just a place to talk quietly. And I don't like to talk a lot during the tour because I got to save my voice. But for people who watch the show, the fuck it ain't. We're all about that. So I think Marty G is coming to one of the Florida dates. Some of the guys from Sorrells will say, we're going to fly out for that. We'll see if it really happens. But that's the name of that game. I love that. Yeah, Jimmy is a friend of mine. And I'll end on this story. A friend of mine. I mean, we've been friends for since 1986. I was a pallbearer at her son's funeral, and her other son was a roommate of mine. She was about 10 years older than me. After last week's Substack, she goes, love the picture of you and your cat. It wasn't me. It was Jimmy is. And last time he came to see us play in, Philadelphia, people were like, it's Eugene. Which I like a lot because, hey, somebody's prone to take a swing at somebody and they're not quite sure what I look like now. Jimmy, they'll get him first. And he can take care of himself, right? I'm guessing he'll take care of himself. And then he can come backstage and go, yo, that dude just thought I was you. And he hit me. I go, what do you look like? Oh, his name is Mike. And you had sex with his wife on the kitchen table. I was like, oh yeah, that guy. Well, did you take him? Because I don't want to have to fight this man at a show. So anyway, that's the deal. Text me if you have the phone number. If you don't, it's easy to figure it out. And look at the dates at the end of the new Substack. And I'll see you soon. Until then, and I'm not going to scream because I got to save my voice for the shows. But until then, you know what I mean. Look what you made me do. Don't die, Blondie, don't die.
Thanks for joining us this week for yet another episode of the Stomper podcast, featuring your host, Eugene S. Robinson. Follow Eugene's weekly newsletter, which is a soaring hit, over at eugenesrobinson.substack.com. If you're still hanging on to Twitter, he's there at Eugene S. Robinson. While you're at it, you can follow him on Insta at Mr. Sleep 3. That's the number 3. For more episodes of the show that seemingly never ends, go to showstopperpodcast.substack.com. Eventually it will house all the Knuckle Up archives we can locate. We already have all the jiu-jitsu breakdowns for free. Check out Eugene on the Bad Boss Street podcast, as well as the If the Shoes Fit podcast. Pick up his memoir, A Walk Across Dirty Water and Straight into Murderer's Row, today And be sure to leave him a much appreciated, honest Amazon review. Hey, are you still there? I'm here too. This is me, June Williams, Eugene's producer. The show Stomper has been produced since 2015 by Original Designs, owned and operated by myself, June Williams. I provide Eugene with things like videography, original show graphics, motion graphics, show logos, podcast syndication, social media, and more. I can be reached at orijunels@gmail.com, which is spelled ORIJUNELS@gmail.com.